We are in our Fundations, Unit 15, Week 2. I'm sorry, my camera is being shaky right now. All right, we are back. We talked last week about 4 double vowel syllables that make a specific sound. What is that sound? Yeah, it's that ooh sound. Say ooh. Okay. One of the double vowel syllables we talked about was O-U. A key word we talked about to remember which words and sounds the O-U makes is soup. Ooh, soup. Say soup. Ooh. Soup. Ooh. Another double vowel syllable we talked about last week was double O. Double O makes that ooh sound in words like school. Ooh, school. Another one we learned was U-E. And the keyword we use, I think we actually talked about, I don't know if we talked about both of these keywords, but you could have it in a word like blue. And like that story you read, talked about the rescue team. So blue and rescue. And the last double vowel syllable we talked about is EW, such as in the word chew. So this week we've been focused on that ooh, 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 ooh sound, okay? The ooh, 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 ooh sound. Now I want us to remember that 2 of these double vowel syllables can only come at the end of a syllable. Do you remember which 2 can only come at the end? And it helps us if we had to spell words in the future. Which 2? Yeah, it's EW and UE. They only come at the end of syllables. Blue, rescue, ooh, they're at the end. So that's going to help you. If you hear that ooh sound at the end of a syllable or end of a word, you're going to want to think, is it UE or EW? It could, if it's in the middle, obviously be one of these 2, but you want to keep in mind the words that you know in your own vocabulary. See what looks correct. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the word of the week, which is, I'm flipping to it in my book now, so I'm on the same page as you, and we just actually looked at it, rescue. Now the reason we're looking at rescue today is because it is multisyllabic. How many syllables are in the word rescue? Good, 2, rescue. Where would I mark them? Rescue. What kind of jobs have rescuing or involve rescuing? Yeah, we have doctors, nurses, EMTs, firefighters, police officers. Yeah, we have a bunch of different people who can rescue. Rescue means to save or find. Okay. Now that we've scooped our 2 syllables, res and q, how are we going to mark this up? Let's keep it simple and mark up the one we already know. We've been talking about it all week long, UE, and we know that's going to be marked with a D for that double vowel syllable. Res, we know also because we've talked about it all year, we're E is short here. It is not saying its name. So we do a breve here and a C because it is a closed syllable with that consonant S at the end. We have another word of the week this week, and this word was also found in that story you should have read last time, on the rescue team. And this word is crew. And you'll notice here, crew, the EW is at the end of a syllable. And that's where it should be. So how do we mark it up? Yes, this is one syllable. Word is one syllable. Circle D. We always mark any syllables with a double vowel syllable with that D. Now we are quickly going to do a matching exercise similar to something you've done in your Fundations before, and there is a huge glare, so I'm going to try and cover that while we're working. I don't know how I'm going to... Let me just move this a little bit and move the speaker. There we go. Okay, so this is a matching exercise. You're creating real words, okay? You have to practice saying the first syllable with one of these second syllables to see if it makes sense. Let's start with R. A-R. Arpu? It's not a word. Arku? No. Argue? Maybe. Arcent. Yeah, argue. Argue. I just said argue. Argue is the real word here. Argue. Argue. Has that UE at the end of the syllable. Argue. Argue. What else is a real word? Yeah, what do you wash your hands with? I mean, your hands. What do you wash your hair with every day? Good. Shampoo. Shampoo. That ooh was at the end there. Then we have, is it abku or absent? Yes, if you aren't in school, you are absent. And let's see if this last one makes sense before we write it down so we can check our work. Rescue. Oh, it is the word of the day, rescue. Wonderful. So you want to make sure these words make sense. This is just practice spelling other words with those double vowel syllables. And absent actually didn't even have one, so that was just thrown in there to try and trick you. Okay, we have 3 trick words for today. They are what does this say? It says enough. Enough. We have special. And December. Some of you are still forgetting on your weekend journals you're forgetting to capitalize days of the week and months. Even though we've memorized trick words, you need to make sure these are proper nouns. Proper nouns need a capital letter in the beginning. It's the name of something, okay? So don't forget that if you're using your month of December and writing in the future. I want you to practice writing these 3 trick words today 3 times. You are also responsible for page 5. That has been emailed to your parents as well as posted on Seesaw. And I need to see it posted on Seesaw when you're finished so I know how you're doing with these double vowel syllables of O-O, O-U, U-E, and E-W.